Before we get started, I need to beg your indulgence. There's something I gotta do for me. This is one of a handful of chances I'll likely have to utilize John Williams' god-tier score without being stewed to death by a giant mouse, and I think that occasion should be marked with something a little more dramatic than usual. I present to you, dear sexy viewer, Star Wars Battlefront.
This is Omega 9 responding. The walker is exposed. Focus all firepower. This one's mine!
Oh, whew, yeah, alright. That felt good. Thank you for indulging me. I appreciate that. Since I'm one lightsaber class away from an intervention at this point, the fact that I was bouncing around like an overcaffeinated 5-year-old when I loaded up the beta for the first time should come as no surprise. But I really didn't want to be that way. I wasn't walking into this beta blind, and based on the fact that Battlefront's E3 2015 gameplay trailer has garnered over 18 million views, I doubt anybody else was either. I've been burned by hype more times than I care to count. And while you typically can't trust any E3 trailer to be more than a socially engineered hype bomb, it seems like multiplayer developers in some sort of panic realize their average match, even in the hands of expert players, doesn't yield a trailer with the cinematic oomph needed to get every gamer on the planet pumped up enough to loose the chains of reason and hurl money at the screen. So they started cobbling together cringy, disingenuous shit like this.
Dude, check out Manhattan. We should go over there later.
Which is why I was so desperate to calm myself before I started playing Battlefront. I mean, sure, I knew parts of what I saw in the trailer would be present in the game, but I was also aware that comparing a trailer to the final product was like comparing the date night version of my girlfriend to the hungover Sunday morning incarnation. Minus the fact that my girlfriend's eye boogers don't keep her from being as beautiful as an Arctic sunset, while the 6 a.m. on Sunday version of Watch Dogs looked like a goddamn troll. Turgid with paranoia, I steeled myself. Loading up the game mode found in the trailer, Walker Assault. A warning appeared.
Level up first you should, young Padawan.
Quiet, Yoda. Luke ignored you and he found the truth in Cloud City. Granted, he also found pain. Lots of pain. But if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. I decided to skip the warning. Face the dark side. And then...
Zang.
It was all there. Every bit of it. Pick a major beat from the E3 trailer, and you'll experience it in-game. Running through a pristine recreation of the Rebel base, blaster in hand, comrades at your side, emerging into the blinding light of Hoth as Imperial ships scream overhead, getting your shit completely rocked by an ATST. An AT-AT, dropping an orbital strike while its counterpart on the other side of the map is downed by the tow cable of a snowspeeder. Watching your TIE fighter shatter into a fireball of wrenched metal because its designer didn't put a goddamn shield generator on board! You dick! Blasters, ion grenades, jump packs. Ah! And Vader, grimly stomping his way through the map and force-choking rebel scum like they fucking owe him money, deflecting blaster rounds with his lightsaber, imposing even in a mech-filled war zone. Until... I get to play as Luke! You can't be my real dad! That's impossible! So going back and looking at the E3 trailer, Battlefront obviously did what multiplayer games do for their big swinging dick multiplayer trailers.
Swinging past your knees.
They choreographed the match for maximum impact. But the thing is, they didn't really need to. All those comparison clips I just used, I didn't have to dig through my collection of footage. They weren't rare. This is what every match looks like. The cinematic glory you just witnessed doesn't exist as a potential outcome rarely found outside the sort of carefully planned and edited multiplayer match seen in a trailer. Nor does it come from the pre-baked set pieces that other games utilize to deliver their cinematic moments. It's just... this! Constantly. Procedurally, almost. And that's never been done to this effect, or with this kind of consistency before. And is made especially impressive when taken with the knowledge that this cinematic cohesion exists without AI assistance in every randomly matched multiplayer round you play. Which is like throwing a bunch of knives and rocks and firecrackers into a dryer and hoping it plays a song, then hoping that song doesn't teabag you. There's no one answer for how this awesomeness is managed with such consistency. This game's individual components were just perfectly engineered, then immaculately assembled like DICE was building the video game equivalent of some sort of insane fucking bespoke watch. And to get the most out of it, all the player has to do is wind the damn thing and be able to tell time. Shit, the ladder's hardly even necessary. Even dying is goddamn spectacular.
Still a dick.
Before I played Walker Assault, if you told me that a cinematic gameplay trailer for a competitive multiplayer title in an environment that encourages shit like this was doing anything other than shoveling shit, I would've.
Lots of pain.
But Battlefront wasn't. It was selling one-way tickets straight through the fourth wall, and it manages that by turning every player on the map into an essential cog in a wonderfully designed machine. Or, to be a little less Orwellian about it, a cast member in a wonderfully outlined improvisational movie. Or at least an extra.
Activated uplink.
Definitely an extra.